A real man could save this.
Shut your goddamn mouth. Hey, buddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here, and welcome to what may just be the worst game that has ever been sent in. And I'm really, there's so much to talk about. Okay. So, first of all, we've lost our capital. That's bad. That's real bad. We have been at war with Dido for what looks like over 10 turns. Yeah, since we can make peace with Dido, that means we have been at war with her for over 10 turns. Now, some of you may notice here that we are building things other than military units while we are at war, while we are losing said war. So that's the first mistake this player has made. The next thing is, can I get rid of... Okay, so we got problems. First of all, we have 17 science per turn and 14 culture per turn. That is literally somewhere between 20% and 10% of the average science gain across all of the other empires in the game. That's bad. That's really, really bad. The other things are, for example, in this city, you have been managing the population very well. You have these really nice production tiles, but production tiles don't do a whole lot for you if you don't have population to actually make meaningful use of those production tiles. I believe you were working something like this, which means the city is not growing. You always want to try to grow cities if you can. I would have personally prioritized a harbor in this city over a commercial hub. A harbor would have been far better. And it would have been far better for a number of reasons. First of all, it would still have given you the trade route that you get from a commercial hub. And it would have actually improved these fish tiles. These fish tiles would get extra food, extra gold, extra production, which this city really lacks any land tiles that it can work. It has a few mines and stuff like that. You'll be able to make use of those. But you'll only be able to make use of those with the food that you get from building a harbor. So I definitely think this commercial hub should have been a harbor right there. Next up, over in Victoria, you are working essentially no food in here. Really, now I know production is great, don't get me wrong, but you should really, really be focusing on working tiles that give you at least 2 food. Food is incredibly valuable when a city is on low population. So the higher the population of the city, the less valuable food will be. And these cities are really, really low population, so food is really, really high value. Windsor is working on a granary very, very slowly. I don't know if I would have settled this city, so we're handling some things here. Also, you settled in a way that I disagree with. You haven't, so you prioritized settling your cities up in the tundra and snow, which is fine as Canada. Canada can do that. But you totally neglected settling, for example, down here. You had a tile you could have settled. You could definitely have fit more cities into this land, which would have been very helpful. For example, if you had settled this as your capital, you could very easily have settled a city here and a city maybe a little bit closer. 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3. You could have settled Vancouver on this tile instead, which would have given you access to these 2 Piotahi tiles, right? You could have moved Vancouver down to the south. Then you could have fit another city in here between Ottawa and Vancouver. You still probably would have had room for Halifax and Windsor and Victoria. So I think really you just settled very inefficiently, and you could easily have fit in 3 to 4 more cities into this land. And never ever go for tall gameplay. It's not going to work. What else have we got? So we're building non-military units while at war. So, yeah, it's not good. This city actually cannot contribute. Also, these buildings are incredibly cheap and cost effective. So to put this in perspective, a commercial hub will cost us 204 production and will give us, if we look at the Empire map mode, it will give us nothing. It will literally all this commercial hub will do will give us the ability to get a market, right? To get a market, which will give us a trade route and a bit of gold. Literally all this commercial hub does is gives us +1 great merchant point per turn. That's the only benefit we're getting from this commercial hub. Whereas if we had built a harbor, we would be getting +2 gold, plus the ability to build a lighthouse, which also gives us a trade route, but also boosts these things. You should always go for the granary and monument pretty early, because they're incredibly cheap. This city lacks food, so it could really use food. You're really behind on culture, so you could use the monument. Granary and monuments are always really, really important. This city is so dog doo-doo that it's not going to be useful unless I can maybe do some internal trading to make it useful. Dog doo-doo. I'm going to do an internal trade route with Vancouver for the long play to hopefully be able to recover. I don't think this game is recoverable, but I'm going to do my best. This swordsman is dead as a dodo. I think the safest direction to run is the way you were running over to Toronto. I think we have issues. we have a lot of issues. First and foremost is you have crossbowmen up against pike and shot, which is not good. They are promoted with volley. When you're on the defensive, promote with garrison, which gives you plus 10 combat strength on the offense and defense, and will allow you to park your crossbowmen on district tiles where they will be a lot stronger. The city is flipping independent, which is also why I'm focusing on food in these cities, because it would be really nice to get a whole bunch of loyalty pressure coming out of these cities to help out. We are building a horseman. Pro tip, you're facing pike and shot and you're building a horseman. This is not what you need. You need crossbowmen. But we've already invested heavily into this, so this is not good. You do, in fact, have feudalism. So I'm going to click on civil service to cancel what we're researching, and we'll make do with that next turn. Next up... all right, we are... oh, God. I don't think peace is the right move here, not while we still have options for war, so I'm going to live while being at war. For now. Alright, let's... What are the base stats of the pike and shot? Pike and shot. They do 55 melee damage. Crossbowmen have 30 melee strength. So pike and shot can almost, but not quite, one-shot a crossbowman. So what I'm thinking of doing, stepping back a tile, stepping back a tile, stepping back a tile and shooting, doing a little chunk of damage to him. And then we're going to shift into the turn, because that's basically everything that we can do. This city should also be building crossbowmen, although this city, again, sort of really not well developed. It has about 5 production and very little stuff, so we've made some major issues. I would love if people could send me like their turn 1 saves, so I could like really show them how to fix this, because at this point we're 176 turns in and we just don't have the fundamentals of our empire just really aren't there to be able to make this a recoverable game. But I'm just going to play it out and see what I can make of this. Okay, open borders with Arabia is good. So we should actually look and see if people will declare war on Dido. Let's do mutual open borders for 2 gold per turn. Yeah, so that unit's dead. Died in 1 shot. All our units are dead. Pretty bad shape. Okay, so we did the civic exploit where we get to reset our civic for free. If you don't know the civic exploit, basically all you do is select the civic that you have already researched and then press Shift Enter to end your turn, and you can change your civics. We are in the classical republic government. We should for sure be in the autocracy government. Where is our government plaza? Our government plaza is over here. So autocracy will actually help out. Now, is my palace? Did my palace move? Yes, my palace moved to Vancouver. Because I lost my capital city, the palace moved to Vancouver. So what we'll do is, we'll go up here. This is not helping. So we are going to switch to autocracy, because that will give us +1 to all yields for each government building and palace in the city, which will give us a lot of production and stuff like that. It'll also give us a lot of military cards, because we are going to want bastions for extra city defense. We are going to want, where is it? Feudal contract, so we can make crossbowmen faster. Urban planning for +1 production in every city. That's a big chunk of production everywhere. Then other than that, I can't really think of anything that really stands out to me in terms of what we really, really need. So I might just plug in Great General points. Let's have a quick peek here. 0 Great General points. We're never getting a Great General this game. So, right, as we said, bastions to make our city stronger, +1 production to save us, feudal contract to make crossbowmen faster, and caravanseries for a little bit of gold I think is fine. I don't see anything else. So now we can get that crossbowman in 8 turns. I have to try and get this guy into this city. Vancouver cannot shoot. Did I already shoot with Vancouver? Oh, goodness. This city is still flipping independent, which is good. If it can flip neutral, then we can maybe get it back. That's why I'm trying to grow my population. So we lost basically everything, which is not good. So let's go ahead and choose a civic. You are researching Divine Right, which is totally fine. I would have personally gone for mercenaries, although you just have so little culture because you didn't build monuments. So I'll finish Divine Right because maybe monarchy government will be pretty good. Oh my god, he has cavalry. You are in bad shape, my guy. This is turbo bad. Well, we can do a little bit of damage to these guys. These cities are pretty defensible at the very least. Phoenicia even has a settler running around up here. Oh my god. Or was that your settler that got captured? I would love to send this trade route out, but it's just not safe at all. Yeah, there's no safe place for this. I'm going to move it to Halifax. Halifax is the safest place for our trade routes right now. There's cuirassiers. It's getting bad. It's looking worse. Every turn this game looks worse. Not gonna lie. This guy's gonna heal off that. That's annoying. Another cavalry here. So we are just trying to survive for now. So you go trade with Toronto. Even though this will get you killed, the extra production will be meaningful for Halifax, letting it develop into an actual city. Alright, we're getting pillaged, so our science is getting even worse now. Alright, looking good, looking good. This city is still about to flip neutral next turn, right? Yes, it's about to flip neutral. That's a boon. We want to always try to kill ranged units first, because they're the ones that can do damage to you for free. We will... Apparently, Kish rebelled. I'll be keeping that city, for sure. And immediately, you know, granary, monument, this sort of stuff. We're not going to get much use out of this city. Maybe it'll survive, maybe it won't. Alright, Vancouver is starting to get hammered by units, but I think we can hold Vancouver because we have a crossbowman in there, it has walls, and we have the Bastions card clicked in. So, and Ottawa just flipped independent, so it's a fully loyal, independent, free city. When does this era end? We've got about 20 turns to get that flipped back, so I think we can pull that off. We've also got a free city over here. Apparently, your loyalty is just amazing right now because everything is just flipping towards you. Yeah, so the cannon needs to go first. That needs to be gotten rid of. Always, always, always take garrison on your defending crossbowmen. And this is literally my only unit. Like all my traders are getting pillaged. Everything is gone bad. This is like the worst game I've ever seen. I mean, I guess it is true. At least I have Petra. In fact, would buying Petra tiles be better than what I'm currently working? You know what? These flatland Petra tiles are better than some of the tiles I'm working right now. Oh god, it hurts. Make it stop. Okay, so we're going to take a pop at this guy, then we're going to go ahead and take the garrison promotion, because remember, this applies to offense and defense, so we'll be able to do a little bit more work with that. What is currently in here? Recruit partisans. Nice. Let's see. Sumeria. Are you in the war at all? Would you like to join the ongoing war against Dido? You want 27 gold per turn. Jesus Christ. Why? I don't have that kind of money. Well, I mean, I guess technically, here's what I could do. Gilgamesh, my friend, join my ongoing war with Dido. Sorry, Dido? Wait. Join the war against Dido, and then I will give you 100 Diplo favor. You really do not value Diplo favor at all? Hold on. How much would you give me for Diplo favor? Oh, you have no income. That's why you're demanding so much. Arabia, how much do you... All right, so we're going to figure out who wants the most. So that's about 50%. All right, looks like Gorgo and Arabia give the best deals on diplomatic favor. So we're going to sell this Diplo favor off to pick up a bit of gold per turn that we could then give to Sumeria to get him to join the war against Dido. Right, now he's going to join this war for 30 turns. That's good. 27 gold per turn. Now that we sold off our resources, we have that income to be able to trade that to him. Do we have any city-states nearby? Bandar Brunei? Oh, if I could get an envoy, I could get Bandar Brunei to flip to me. That would take a long time to get mercenaries. Yeah, so I won't be getting that soon, right? No, we won't be getting Bandar Brunei. If we could levy their units in a few turns, which would be good. That would help. All right, stabilizing, stabilizing, stabilizing. We have crossbowmen on the way. I don't know why we're building a quadrireme over here. I should have changed that. That was a mistake on my part. We are working the best food tiles available. Best food tiles money can buy. This should not be a quadrireme. This should, in fact, be a crossbowman. Oh, you're at war with Norway as well? Oh, my God. At least Norway's not anywhere nearby, right? Okay, so... the city is under threat. All your stuff's going to get pillaged. Yikers. All right, let's shoot this cannon with you. Then we're going to do damage to... always trying to shoot like whatever you can get good damage on. So we're just going to try and kill that cavalry. The city is not flipping independent for some reason. Why is that? It has positive loyalty, even though we're exerting a whole bunch of loyalty pressure on it. I guess we just need to get the population of our cities around here up higher so that we can put more pressure on it. City's taking hits. It's rough. It's rough being a Canadian right now. Thankfully, the free city is really, really helping. So there's Divine Right. We are not going to be changing government because we would lose this really, really nice base yield, and we don't have really cards that we could plug in that would make a huge difference to our current state of the game, right? I hope we all see that and understand why we're not changing our government right now. We just researched this because it'll give us access to the really, really nice card Chivalry. Which means if we have researched, and we have in fact researched knights, we'll be able to build knights in a reasonable amount of time if we plug that card in. And I think, in fact, I will be going in and plugging in the chivalry card so that we have the option to build knights at a reasonable price, who will be our sort of main mobile combat force. They're not very good against pike and shot, but they can hold their own. Okay, crossbombing, doing a whole bunch of damage to this cavalry. And then we'll shoot with the city. So if he stays to pillage one more time, he's dead meat. We're alive. That's what matters right now. We're alive. This city is not alive. This city is incredibly dead. Gorgo. Friendship. Yes. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Gorgo. You are an absolute star. How would you like to get a economic alliance? Wow, you would love to get an economic alliance. Listen, now that we're allies, would you like to join my war against Dido? You would? Amazing. Thank you so much, Gorgo. Right. Divine Right. Completed. Next step. Oh, boy. Yeah. So we got issues. We got issues and no tissues. Let's go for Diplomatic League. Spies are going to be one of the only ways we get back into this game. Yes, your embassy is welcome. It is a welcome addition to our capital, Gorgo. Thank you. So now that Dido is at war with half the world, that's hopefully going to change how she evaluates what she should do with her units, and will kind of shift her focus away from me, and we can have a chance to retake Ottawa through loyalty pressure. That's going to be an uphill battle, however. So the cavalry ran away to the one place that I don't have a unit shot. Can I purchase like a cheap unit? No, I cannot. All right, I guess that's just out of the question. Keep hammering away, trying to defend ourselves. Crossbowmen in 13 turns. Why is this taking so long? Excuse me. Because the city has dogshit production. Okay, great. Next turn. All right. Even with our stalwart defense, Vancouver may fall. Alrighty then. We have another unit, but we have nowhere to stand that unit. What I'm going to do is shoot here. I'm going to move the leveled up unit out. This is important because that's going to kick the Great General out. This unit has the +10 combat strength on districts promotions, which means it can probably survive a hit from one or more of these units. We are going to damage this cuirassier because it's currently one of the higher threat units. We're going to spread our damage out a little bit, which is usually not good, but it will hopefully keep this crossbowman alive. He has the +10 defensive combat strength, which means he's a 40 combat strength unit, which means there's a small chance some of these units might not kill him in one shot. Now that we've completed the crossbowman in here, we're going to get to work on another crossbowman. Oh, the city died. Ah, right. Okay. Yeah, that's, that is good and awesome and what we wanted. Yeah, let's kill the cavalry while we can. Yeah, this is bad. This is not good. This is the opposite of good things right now. Victoria, would you like a trade route? I don't think there's a way to save this game. I'm just being real. I don't think you can save this game. This is just too bad. Too far gone. I don't mean to be bad. Like, I don't mean to like say this is just bad, but it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Yikes. I just got a string of games that I failed to save recently. Monument. This city literally can't do anything but build basic infrastructure. Yeah. Yeah, this is just dead. She's dead, Jim. I'm gonna call this one right now. We could play on, and you know what? I think it'll be more fun. It'll be more fun if we play it on until we're defeated. All right, but at this point, I'm calling this one dead. This one is dead. She's dead, Jim. He's dead, Jim. Whatever that phrase is. All right, now remember at the start of this game when I started, this city was working just this crab style and this copper tile. But now that I built the granary and monument, it's working all 4 of its tiles, right? The city is way better than it was when it was first like presented to me. And if we had put this harbor here, we would get +4 gold. As well, the harbor has access to the really, really nice lighthouse, which also gives +1 food on all coastal tiles and +2 housing if it's adjacent to coast and a trade route. The harbor was just a far and away better choice than the commercial hub, to the point where, even though we have invested into the commercial hub, we're going to build a harbor in here. But in reality, we're going to build a crossbowman. All right, Toronto. Toronto. Kill the things in the water. It's your best hope. Oh my goodness. What are we even researching? God, no. We should have been going for ballistics. But I mean, it's 60. It's 100 turns to ballistics. I guess we'll finish cartography for the +2 gold from fishing boats. We have gold. This city is flipping independent. That's good. This is a good thing. It's a good thing. Independent city. Yeah. All right. Cool. Let's go ahead and purchase ourselves a knight to give the city combat strength on the defense. We can also start leveling up the knight by crashing into these cuirassiers. Preferably after this has shot. We'll get you a level. There's a bit of experience. Okay. Not great. You've escaped to Halifax. Whew. Yikes. 56 military power versus 882. Alrighty. I think the most questionable decision I made here was to buy a knight, but I think this might pay off because I think it raised the combat strength of all my cities a little bit. I could be wrong on that front. Alright, let's start pounding your mom. No, pounding their units to make them, you know, less healthy. Alright, so we got cartography. Let's get ballistics. Alright, great. So this city has a crossbowman. It has defense. Let's get ourselves another crossbowman. Oof. Big oofs. Big oofs. Yeah, sure. I will do open borders. In fact, Netherlands, would you like to join my war against Dido? 41 gold per turn. That's a little bit much. It's a little bit much. Yeah, let's not do that deal. That's a bit too much for me. All right, so we might actually get a kill on a cuirassier here. Yeah? No, never mind. No, not even close. All right, let's shoot the ones in the water. Always shoot the ones in the water because you just do way more damage to them. You actually have a level up. Let's go ahead and take the... I want the heavy cavalry. Ideally, I would take route and armor piercing if I could get them. But it's hard to get that combination because the trees don't cross-link properly. So we'll have to kind of go this way, which is kind of inefficient. But let's grab barding so that range units don't do too much damage. Oh, nice. We're heading into a dark age. This is great. The city is dying very quickly. Awesome. Industrial era. Oh, we're in the industrial era. It's worse than I thought, guys. Well, we almost killed the units on 1 health, right? We're there. Oh, God. I should have bought a crossbowman. It was a mistake. All right, so we have a crossbowman. And what we're going to do is we're going to move this knight to here and fortify him. There's no saving this game. There's no saving this game. There's no way. There's no possible universe in which we save this game. There's no way. Alright, play on. The band must go on. Alright, let's see if we can get a kill on a cuirassier in the water here. Alright, so we killed a unit. Nice. She won't take peace, will she? She would take everything. I can't afford to give her everything. Alright. The city is dead, officially. Sure, Gilgamesh. Let's be friends. I have not seen a single unit from the people who I got to declare war on Dido participate in this war, which is a little bit disturbing. Yep. Well, we can kill that guy. That's cool. Not defending his city anymore, so garrison doesn't make sense. Yeah, so I don't know how much you want me to play on. Oh, if I can get that military emergency passed, hey, listen up. I need like a little bit of Diplo favor back. 5 gold per turn, thank you. Alright, let's go up here. Past that. Alright. Step in here, get healing up. Alright, there goes Victoria. It was a great secret. An even better city. But it's gone now. Please, please vote that one down. Vote this one up. Please, God, pass the military emergency. Please, God. Who voted for it? Gorgo and Gilgamesh. Awesome. This would have been great a few turns ago. So now we can actually see what they're doing. Not much. They're not doing much. Alright, great. They've got, they're attacking with 1 missionary, 1 cavalry, a cavalry corps, a pikeman army, pike and shot army, and a field cannon army. Dido is completely unperturbed by this. Let's go ahead and take out that cuirassier. Every unit we can kill, it's not even dead. Well, alright, that's good. Good and true and real. Excellent. I'm very satisfied with that outcome. Let's go ahead and juggle these trade routes once again. Is there a ocean-going trade route to Geneva? Hi, Geneva. I just need, like, any sort of yield from my trade routes, please. Alright. We're down to our last 4 cities. There's no way, dude. There's no hope. There's no hope for the save. I'm sorry. There's no way. Field cannon must die. 12 signs. We're down to we're speed running to 0 signs right now. Oh no. Well, let's trade with Larak because that's a fairly safe trade route. It'll get us a bit of cash. We have 1,000 gold. That's cool. Cool. What can we do with 1,000 gold is the real question. We could get a caravel and attack Thapsus once and then immediately die. Yeah, no. Nah. Also, what? You put a farm on the flatland tile that doesn't have wheat. I don't know what you were doing this game. How did you even get to turn 175 and not be dead? Listen, the state that this game was in is so far beyond being savable. I don't even know what to say. All right, we're back to the start. Here we are. Whew. Let's talk about what's going to go wrong and what we can do. Everything's going to go wrong, and there's very little that we can do. This swordsman might live if I run to the north. Yikes. Right. This crossbowman is going to run all the way out. This crossbowman is going to run all that way. Then we have... So we got to go back to... We got to go back and do all the things we did, right? Work food. Like, this feels like you played bad on purpose. And I don't mean to be mean, but this looks like you purposefully, like, made all of the wrong decisions ever and then sent the game to me to fuck with me. Like, that's how I feel right now. And I got to say, I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Like, your government, like, what is this government? All right? Don't do this. Anything but this. I mean, you have the right government, but you have all the wrong cards. You should have, if you're playing this government, you should have urban planning, colonization, and serfdom. Those are the 3 things you should have plugged in. Not whatever the fuck this is. Alright. Peace with Norway I don't think means anything. But I mean, maybe he'll give me something. He'll buy my horses. That seems like a good deal. Hi, Dido, will you make peace? She will not make peace yet. So what we need, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to wait until Ottawa flips independent, I'm going to try to get Sumeria and Dido into war with Dido, or Sumeria and Gilgamesh into war with Dido, right? Again, to try and distract her. So will you join my ongoing war against Dido? You will join for 38 gold. Great. Now I'm going to go ahead and sell off my Diplo favor. He's actually giving less than he did previously. Why is that? She gives the same amount. So I'll sell all my Diplo favor to Dido or Gorgo. God damn it, I always get them mixed up. So she'll give me a bunch of cash that'll allow me to maybe buy a unit or two to get back into the game. Halifax will trade with Vancouver. Horseman makes no sense. Again, crossbowmen. Just need crossbowmen everywhere to try and come back. Now we're going to do the free government change exploit. Again, you just select a civic. Just select a civic you've already researched and then hit shift enter. And it should allow you to flip your government next turn. Alright, so we lost a crossbowman and a swordsman like we did last time. But they were different crossbowmen and different swordsmen. So that's good news. So because we did the thing, we get to change our government for free, and we will of course be taking autocracy. Just a far better government for what we're trying to do here. Feudal contract, bastions, +1 production in all cities, and man waiver. Although for now I'll plug in Republican legacy for the extra amenities. Oh right, over here I forgot to do the growth changes, so we want to work growth tiles in here. Take a shot there, bam. I'm going to send Gorgo 100 gold to try to make her a little bit friendly to... She doesn't like me because I pieced out Norway. I knew I shouldn't have pieced out Norway. I just did it for the sake of doing it. But 100 gold to maybe get her to flip to friendship would be worth it. Alright, yeah. Diplomatic service. Anything else doesn't really matter. Let's trade with a safe city like Larak. That'll keep our trader away for a long time. What kind of a alliance do we have? Military alliance, so that's good. Now we're both at war with this lady. This time I much prefer my position in Vancouver. I'm feeling like I have a much better thing because my crossbowman is only coming out in a few turns. Her army is less concentrated in the places that I'm worried about. Ottawa is about to flip independent. Gorgo still flipped to friendship with me, even though she didn't like me piecing out, because I sent her that gift. Let's declare friendship, alliance. I think I would like to get an economic alliance with you. That's fine. Maybe I can get a trade route to you. I'm also going to go ahead and get you to join my war against Dido. She only cost me 7 gold per turn to join that war. That's amazing. So now she's in the war for 30 turns. That's going to buy us some time. We're going to take Kish for ourselves just because this tiny, pitiful amount of science and culture that it's making is actually a significant portion of our current science and culture gain. Hey, look, Norway wants open borders. Cool, neat. Actually, out of curiosity, Norway, you're allied with Dido. That makes sense. This one is actually going a lot better. Weirdly, it's going a lot better than the last one. So I'm actually a little bit optimistic that maybe I can save this. Of course, the major drought appearing and killing all my usable tiles is a bit of a problem to now where I just told somebody who's watching me record this live that buying these Petra tiles was like a terrible idea and that they should feel bad about themselves. But now it's legitimately the best thing that I can do with my gold. Alright, let's get rid of this guy, Garrison. I'm going to buy, let me see, how many tiles do I need to work? I'm working 1, 2, I'm working what I would argue is 3 crappy... You built a fishery? You've got to be, this guy's... No, there's no way. There's no way, dude. This is not a serious submission. This is a piss take. I know for a fact that whoever sent this is a message that they did all this on purpose. There's no way somebody builds a single fishery, doesn't keep Liang in the city. What? Where is your Liang? What are you doing with Liang up here? Oh my... Alright. Maybe you moved Pengala to this city because you lost your capital or something, but I don't even, dude. You don't even have Victor assigned. What are you smoking? Dude. What's going on? Get me out of this insane game that I'm currently in. Good God. Have I got any good harvests anywhere that I could maybe use? Victoria has some chops. Right, Victoria, take the Magnus. Alright, nice. Look at all that pillaging that just happened. Ooh, I think they just got... Oh, Joint War Saladin. I'm good, thanks, though. I appreciate the offer. I'm having a little bit of an issue at the moment. I don't think I really have the headspace for another war right now. Alright, so we're going to do something a little bit unorthodox. We are going to step this crossbowman out of the city, purchase a crossbowman who will not become active until next turn, and then I'll be able to step 2 crossbowmen out of the city and step this guy back into the city, and it should all work out kind of fine and dandy, right? That's the hope. Right, Ottawa's about to flip independent as well. Okay, can I kill things? Can I... Alright, so you can step back up. Apparently, standing on a broken district doesn't count. That's bad news. Alright, that's really bad news. Well, we might be able to kill this guy anyway. Alright, he's not dead. So that little plan that I had didn't work. I think it's... Well, more crossbowmen then. Alright, we just, if in doubt, just make more crossbowmen until the problems go away. Or you lose the game. Whichever comes first. Alright, nice. So the crossbowman gambit really didn't work, even slightly. And it just kind of feels bad now that I did it. So this city flipped independent. Now Gorgo. Gorgo? You don't want peace, right? I haven't killed enough of your units. This is not great. It's not great. It's not ideal. This has to be a troll game. There's no way somebody played this badly on, like, without it being on purpose. There's no way. I refuse to believe. I refuse to believe that such a thing is possible. I literally can't touch these guys. They're that strong. I get them all down to like 0 health and they run off and heal and come back. It's brutal. It's brutal. You know what? You don't get to get away. You know what? You don't get to get away. You don't get to get away. No. I refuse to lose another city. My God, the city is such bad production. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. And not the Michael Jackson kind of bad. It's just the kind of bad. Not the I'm bad. It's just like, this is just bad. This is just bad. This is a problem. This is a problem that needs to be dealt with. This unit needs to die yesterday. So what we're going to do is you get plus 10 combat strength, so we'll swap you. Shoot there, and shoot there. And it's not enough. It's just not enough. I can't kill things. I can't kill anything. What am I supposed to do here? I do like 10% health damage on these units. Alright, so listen. If you place a city here, alright, you placed a city here. In no universe, like, should you have settled in this formation, alright? What you gotta do is you count 1, 2, 3. You settle your cities 3 tiles away. This is the closest you could have settled a city to the south. You should have settled that one first. Why? So the city starts growing, starts applying loyalty pressure in this area. Now you got a triangle, right? You got a kind of triangle area. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You can't put a city inside this sort of chunk. So you could very easily have, we'll do the triangulation thing again. Ba-ba-bam. So to here. So you could have placed Vancouver right here. This is an infinitely better city. It's also a way better city because you can actually make use of these Petra tiles. Can't use my gold for that because I need to buy another crossbowman. If you had settled here, here, and here, this is just a way better empire because then you could fit another city in. 1, 2, 3. You could have fit a city in right here on the edge of the tundra. The amazing thing about this city is 1, 2, 3. It doesn't block Halifax, nor does it block Windsor. So you still could have settled these 2 cities. I wouldn't have settled these 2 cities. Well, maybe. Maybe I would have settled Windsor like 1 tile to the right. Toronto I don't know when Thaspus was settled, but Toronto is okay. I would maybe have settled a city like over here instead, and over here, like put 2 cities down to try and just block this off or something. Like this is 3 away from this is 3 away from this, and it's 3 away from this. This would have just been like a defensive line. But I guess Kish was like placed recently because of Flip to you. Yeah, you just really your problem is you didn't get enough cities. If you had these 2 extra cities and had actually built like monuments and granaries and stuff like that, and not built like, I don't know, pyramids and Petra, and instead built things that actually like help you win the game, because very obviously it looks like you just had no idea how you were going to win the game, which when you... Maybe I'm being a bit harsh to call this a troll. Like, if you were genuinely playing your best, you need to like lower the difficulty. I don't think you should play on deity right now, because your issue is you don't have the fundamental like settling knowledge. So I would drop down to like Immortal or Emperor. Those are pretty safe difficulty levels. You could have won in this position on those difficulties quite easily, because the AI would have like 40 to 50% less science, and you would have relatively speaking more, and you would be able to do more. They would have less combat bonuses and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, just like the kind of critiques, I would have settled in this formation. I would have maybe prioritized different things. For example, you went for the commercial hub in here when the harbor is just straight up better in this scenario. I'm gonna do my best. People have been saying that I've been a little bit mean to the people who send in saves, and you know what? They're right. I have been a little bit mean, but this feels like this feels like a troll submission, and it might just be that the player is just not good enough at the game. And I encourage you, really, if you want to send me good games, I think actually, did the player say? I think the player did say that this is his first game at deity. And you know what? In fairness to myself, I did literally ask for the worst saves possible, so this is probably an honest submission. And you know what? I'm still going to encourage people who have never played on deity to just jump in a deity game and get yourself into a terrible, terrible position, because it gives me an opportunity to critique things like this, like your settling strategy. Like you should have settled in this formation, and I would have maybe placed a city instead of here in Toronto, or in conjunction with Toronto. I would have put a city right here. Don't get me wrong, this is a big doo-doo city, but it provides loyalty pressure and military pressure in the area, locking off this northern area for yourself that you can then do whatever you want in the north. And then you have a sort of arc of cities that are protecting you, and you can kind of maybe form a defensive line. This city could literally exist just to build an encampment right here, very, very slowly with walls, and prevent Dido from being able to be aggressive to you, right? So that's how you got to think about the city. And then just spam builders from here, because you're never going to finish another district in it. Just like plug Liang in here, spam builders, and then pretend as if that city doesn't exist, with the exception of occasionally popping out a builder. Science. So Canada, how you should deal with science in this kind of a game. You did build campuses, which I think is actually a mistake. And the reason it's a mistake is you have no adjacency bonuses on your campuses, all right? In fact, very few of your districts actually have adjacency bonuses. So it really just looks like you don't kind of understand the fundamentals of the game. And I appreciate you sending me the save, but you just don't understand the fundamentals to play on deity yet. So I would, again, just take a step down and, bend the knee. Right, so what else would I say here? Yeah, you've kind of just built haphazardly. So in a culture game, there's actually a way to get science. And what you do is you basically ignore science. And I know this sounds insane. You ignore science, you build Renaissance walls in every city, and get as much culture as possible, and then get to military research, which will give you +2 science per turn. Because Canada is a diplomatic / cultural civ, in my opinion. They are a diplomatic / cultural civ, so they should be going for a diplomacy or culture victory. And you can pretty defensively take care of yourself with Renaissance walls, crossbowmen, and stuff like that in a culture game or a diplomatic game without ever really needing to build a single campus. Because with Pingala, as long as you get the right promotions with Bengali, you get the researcher promotion and the connoisseur promotion, and like maybe one campus, like maybe one, you should be fine. All you got to do is get a scientific alliance with somebody fairly early into the game and trade with them a bunch to get extra science. Like, there's a lot of ways to get science without ever building campuses. So I think the campus thing is a mistake when you're playing Wilfrid Laurier and you have no mountains and you're not going for a science game. I think that's the problem here. When I loaded into this game, I saw you dying, but you had no, like, you hadn't implemented a plan to actually win the game. So usually when I load up to a save game, for example, I see that this person has like culture. They have like, I don't know, like 200 culture at turn 200. And it's like, okay, I can see this person is very clearly going for a culture game. They just don't know how to close it out. The other thing is, if you are going to build a campus, just put it next to a coastal reef, right? This is +2 science now in the latest update. And there's another one. This is the only one I see, so it would have been justifiable to put a campus over here. And now here's the thing. Building campuses in a culture game is actually fine, and it's fine because there is a... Oh, apparently I have the cheat map editor online. I thought I'd uninstalled this mod, but it must have like reactivated itself or something. Oh, that's weird. Well, the cool thing about this mod, I don't know... I didn't even realize this was on, but the cool thing is I think you can like... There's a way to like... Hold on. I can like change this desert hill to grassland. Apply. It didn't work. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to use this mod. I was trying to test out things once upon a time, but I have no idea how to... Can I... Whoa. Oh my god, I can just delete Dido's army. Okay, I think the educational value of this video has now completely diminished. Alright, whatever. So, just deleted Dido's army. Maybe she'll want a peace with me next turn. I didn't even realize I had that mod installed. Alright, hold on. Let's see what happens now that I did that. Alright, yeah, so, anyway. This game isn't savable, and I feel like I gave you plenty of feedback. So, I love you very much. Thank you so much for sending the save, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Good fucking god. That was genuinely the single worst save I've seen. And here's the thing. Every time I get sent a new save, that's what I say.